inconsolable and heartbroken. I know that the murder of Olivia has rocked our communities, who are quite rightly upset and outraged that such an abhorrent crime has occurred here on the streets of Merseyside. The people of Liverpool and Merseyside are known for their compassion and pulling together in times of crisis. And I know that our communities, people are wanting to help the family in any way possible. This is not the time for anyone who knows who is responsible for this shooting to remain tight-lipped. It is time for our communities to come together with us and make Merseyside a place where the use of guns on our streets is totally unacceptable, and those who use them are held to account. Our thoughts and condolences are with Olivia's family, who have been torn apart. No mum, no dad, no sister or brother should ever have to experience loss in this way. Poignantly, Olivia was killed on the 15th anniversary of the murder of Rhys Jones. His murder should have been a watershed moment in the battle against gun crime and the use of guns on our streets. But shockingly, there are still callous criminals who are prepared to use weapons on our streets and have utter disregard for the heartache and the pain that they have caused to Olivia's family. At 10 p.m. last night, our officers were called to Olivia's home on Kingsheath Avenue, and when we arrived, we found 3 people who'd been injured, including Olivia and her mum. It is believed that one of the injured parties, a 35-year-old man, was being chased by a man armed with a gun who was firing at him. The man being chased forced his way into Olivia's house, and the offender ran in after him, firing a number of shots with complete disregard for Olivia and her family, who had no connection with the gunman or the man who forced his way in. Sadly, Olivia was fatally wounded when the gunman fired at the man who was trying to get into the house, and her mum also suffered a gunshot to her wrist. The 35-year-old man had been chased, suffered a number of gunshots to his upper body. Whilst Olivia lay dying, he was picked up by his friends who took him to hospital. On arrival, our officers could see just how poorly Olivia was, and they rushed her to Alder Children's Hospital, where despite the best efforts of medical staff, she sadly died, and her mum was taken to hospital by colleagues from the North West Ambulance Service. This is a shocking and appalling attack, which will reverberate around our communities. And I want to take this opportunity again to appeal to anybody who knows who is responsible for this attack to please come forward and give us those names. We need to find all who are responsible for this, not just the gunman. We need to find out who supplied the weapon and who arranged this terrible incident. Forensic experts are at the scene at this moment in time, conducting house-to-house inquiries have taken place, and officers are reviewing CCTV footage to establish and identify who is responsible. We will not rest until those who are responsible are put behind bars.